Peace to the planet Earth. Checking in with y'all about 30 minutes out from the live event. First episode ever of Mo Life. Myself, Monique Yesenia, and attorney and judge candidate Latasha C. Williams. Right after this at 7 p.m. You definitely don't want to miss that. Shout out to Bar Business, the Cupcake Eatery. We were in East Point, Atlanta last night. Got to engage in some good conversation. The clip is up. Hey, I'm gonna say this. Sometimes when you get in a room with other leaders, I'm not talking about any other organizations, but um, it's just you gotta disagree to agree, if that makes sense. You don't want everybody to see things the same way. You want everybody to see things different. It's imperative, it's imperative that we learn to see things different. Um, and get with people that see things different when we're trying to advance forward with things called like advocacy, with things like getting our loved ones home, fighting for our loved ones to be free. I want to encourage everybody that's a part of the process, man. No one understand this. It is not about uh, ego, as I'm getting messages galore, by the way. It's not about pride. It's not about your individual concern in regards to the overall objective. The overall objective is to cause a dent or an impact or a blow or whatever it is to an unjust system. It takes work. It takes being able to sit down with different people. It takes time. It takes sacrifice. It takes dedication. It takes vision. It takes strategy. It takes heart. It takes courage. It takes a lot of things to be in the advocacy world. It takes a lot of time to put together these organizations. So salute to all the organizations. Um, a lot of times these organizations are starting up strictly with volunteers. There's no pay. Some organizations are getting paid. Don't get me wrong. Get some grant money in and stuff like that. But honestly, no. There's a lot of volunteers that are giving up resources they don't have. So salute to all the advocates. Salute to the family members. Salute to anybody that's out there, man, that's supporting somebody, a loved one that's currently incarcerated, man. Some more announcements as always. I gotta keep announcing, keeping y'all informed, especially the VA crew, or if you're gonna be in the Commonwealth of VA, April 23rd. Yeah, I want to make sure. And if I'm wrong, correct me. I want to say April 23rd. The dates are jumbled right now. The Youth Our Future Day. No, excuse me, my fault. That's an award ceremony with Monique Yesenia. The date is May 7th for the Youth Our Future Day in Browns Park, Yorktown, VA. So if you're gonna be out there, make sure you come through. Make sure you check it out. Make sure you see what's going on. Make sure you stop by. It's all about the youth. We're giving away books. It's Jefferson Ellie, free Jefferson Ellie, by the way. It's his organization. He started that from behind the walls, remarkably enough. Not only did he start a nonprofit organization, but he also is a published author. And there he'll be giving away his books. Well, he won't be, but people, his team will be. Also, will be feeding the kids. There's going to be some gift certificates, things like that. Certain people be able to get cell phones and tablets. We're going to have different things. There's going to be a boxing coach there. Some kids, they just want different ways to channel their energy. So maybe we'll introduce them to that. There's going to be a TikTok thing and photo thing. I don't know. I'm messing up. But basically, it's going to be a whole lot going on. It's a whole event. It's on a Sunday. And if you know, like I do, there's nothing better than a good picnic on a Sunday, especially when you can bring the community together. So again, May 7th, the Youth Our Future Day, Browns Park. I believe it's like 1 to 5, but let me double check. Definitely going to be posting more info as we get closer to the time. Other than that, man, back to what I was saying. So got to participate in good conversation. I put the clip up there. I think it's imperative you don't always show the moments when everybody agrees, so to say. So I put the clip up there on Facebook and a couple different places and got a couple messages. And no, it was good. It's good to hear people. It's good to allow people to express. And if you heard what the lady was saying, she had did 30 years in prison, right? And when I spoke to her afterwards, I noticed that her experience was different. And I think just at the moment she had an opportunity to voice, she got an opportunity to speak, and she did. And that's what's up. Everybody needs that. And I gave her the floor and I listened, but I did respond. I did want her to know, and other people in the room, that there's people out here fighting. There's organizations, there's people you don't see up here. People fighting in different ways when it comes to advocacy and changing laws and pushing the conversation and getting the politicians, to ears, so to say. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, shout out to everybody. Shout out to the change makers. Shout out to the freedom fighters. Shout out to the voices, the voices of the often voiceless, should I say. Um, Shout out to Ignite Justice, of course. I got to represent them last night. That was pretty cool. As always, because people are asking, you can get in touch with me by emailing cwillers@ignite-justice.org. I try to get back with everybody. It's hectic. You know what I'm saying? I'm busy like everybody else is, but I definitely prioritize. It's best to email me, message me, text. I always tell everybody, just because I never know if I can answer the phone. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those situations. But yeah, the topic that I wanted to touch on really quick before we go live tonight, with Latasha C. Williams, attorney, judge candidate, and advocate Monique Yesenia, is we have to come together. We have to come together. I got to speak on it last night. I think there is a place. If I could, I'm a justice impacted person. I'm not just somebody that's advocating. I'm somebody that, if you don't know my story, I did do 17 years in prison. And what I've seen is, just being honest, it's not any different than, maybe other organizations, etc., where everybody's heart is not in it for the right reasons. So some of the people that you see, organizations, etc., that are fighting, they're fighting for profit. They're fighting for money in their pockets. And I'm not saying that people shouldn't be rewarded for their time, effort, energy, etc., because that's a goal of mine, right? But that's not the main goal, right? The main goal for me is my brother Jefferson Elliott getting home when we already got 186,000 signatures up. The main goal is when I'm thinking about my brothers Rizla, Constant, whoever it is, and I'm thinking it behind the wall. My main goal is when I'm thinking about people that impacted my life in a positive way that are never coming home. That's what I'm saying. That's one of the realities of the situations that I often think about. That's something that I try to always keep at the forefront, not in an unhealthy way, but just as motivation, just as a reminder of why I'm in it. I've seen, people get into advocacy. I've seen people get into certain things as far as being a voice, organizing, etc., and they get burnt out quick. They get tired. You know, it's a tiring path, and that's why it's imperative that we need to come together. We need to identify who's sincere, who's really in it for the right reasons. But I want to say this too. In that, you got to understand what parts you're willing to play. Some people are willing to send emails. Some people are willing to make phone calls. Some people are willing to organize great events like Bar Business did last night. Again, shout out to them. It's just about finding your role, because oftentimes people are always asking me in the chat, they're like, yo, how can I fight for my loved one? There's different ways, right? Man, just start networking. Anything in life, spoiler alert, cheat code, anything that you want to accomplish in life, you can essentially network your way to it if you think about it, because it's not what you know, it's who you know. If you grind hard, and when I say grind hard, just like in business, if you promote yourself, which in this case, if you're promoting your loved one or somebody that you care about that's incarcerated, or maybe yourself, I don't know. People need to see you going harder than everybody else. You know what I'm saying? They need to see that you really believe in what you're fighting for. That's step one. Step two is connecting with the organizations after you establish a track record that you're fighting for yourself. But if you don't know how to fight for yourself, I'm gonna touch on that too. But we're gonna get into more of that at 7 p.m. So I don't want to go too far. But the other thing is, once you're with, you're connecting with organizations and different people. I'm gonna finish that point. It's don't stop. You know what I'm saying? Don't limit your options when it comes to your loved one's freedom. It's about acquiring knowledge. And that's what tonight is going to be about at 7 p.m. We're trying to give you the knowledge. We're trying to educate you guys. We're trying to, keep you informed. And just make sure that you guys know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Knowledge is power, right? And just make sure. Peace, Emily. Emily's up here from Ignite Justice, man. Shout out to her. She's an amazing advocate. And somebody understands the cause, you know what I'm saying? Because she's living it firsthand. Um, Tonight at 7 p.m., though, it's very much about getting you guys informed, getting educated. But once you guys get this knowledge tonight, make sure that you're taking the opportunity to apply it. You know, you have the opportunity potentially to call in or at least put your questions and comments. Do that. You know, don't hesitate. If you've got questions that anybody that's on this platform, D100 TV, might be able to answer, put it in the comments. Because if we're not able to get to it tonight, maybe somebody will comment in the chat, etc. That's another reason we're establishing the community on Facebook so we can interact with each other. We're almost at 1,000 members, which is amazing. And we're proud of that, right? But it's all about conversation. It's about getting together in a room, networking, seeing who knows what and who knows who, because you need that too. I spoke on it last night. In advocacy, it takes more than heart. Heart is good. Heart is the foundation, but also takes other things. It takes resources. It takes the ability to communicate with different people and different demographics, because ultimately you want to pull everybody together. And you're stronger when you think about it, when you can create a diverse front, because certain people get in certain doors, certain people know certain people, have influence in these neighborhoods, whatever it is, and you need people that got a different reach than you. So that's another word of encouragement, man. Um, Other things I want to touch on real quick. Anybody that's really, I wanted this man called, he said, networking and building each other up in one way or another. True indeed, man. Networking and building each other up is key. That's why it's imperative that you get with people that can add something to you, right? Um, and of course, you want to add something to. We're all here to be used, but we're not here to be misused. I know y'all heard that. Gidget, what up? Got it? What up? Shout out to everybody that's checking in. We'll be back up here at 7 p.m. I'm really just getting up in here real quick. And thank you, man. Let me stop halfway through and just say thank you to everybody. Yeah, going through something right now. You know what I mean? Prayers up, everybody. Thank you for the prayers for me and the family. But life doesn't stop. You got to keep pushing. I get up here and I say over and over again, you guys got to keep going. Motivational, inspirational pieces, and I'm dropping jewels. So when the tests come my way, guess what? I got to walk it out, right? Because that's what real leaders do. Whether you're a single mom or a father that's trying to see his kid, whether you're in prison for 30 years, you have an opportunity to be a leader. You probably already are one. Don't underestimate your value. Hopefully that made sense. You know what I'm saying? Just keep moving, because it's going to come. You know what I'm saying? The lessons are going to come, the trials are going to come, the tribulations are going to come, but life doesn't stop. And if you get caught up, if you get stuck, you know what I'm saying, in your fears, if you get stuck in your down moments, and especially to my people coming home from incarceration crew right here, because this is for us, right? Something I didn't think about prior to me coming home was the amount or the different type of obstacles I would face once I came home. And I touched a little bit on that yesterday, but I really thought it was going to be easier on this side of things. And that's not to discourage. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad I'm free. Stay free. But man, it is hard out here. I came home right in 2020, and then boom, pandemic, COVID, all the rest, right? And it's not a boo-hoo story, because everybody I talk to, man, everybody's going through something, man. Everybody. Peace, Haribo. And hey, I apologize if I butcher anybody's name. Anybody that knows me, I am horrible with names. Like, I am not the name person, but it is never on purpose. Shout out to everybody that's jumping on the live. We're getting back up here at 7 p.m. I'm really just hopping up here, man. I'm over here looking at what they prompted me at. I'm really just hopping up here to say peace to y'all before we go live tonight at 7 p.m. It's going to be fire. It's going to be a good one. If you got questions, comments, concerns in regards to your loved one and how you might be able to get them home, you have the opportunity to ask Advocate Monique Yesenia, who was responsible for bringing home Travion Blunt, her and her team. And attorney Latasha C. Williams, man, who's also running for judge out there in PA. So I think they might know what they're talking about. Just saying that, man. Gidget says, I hate that here they don't keep the prisoners busy or give them life helping tools or any kind of rehabilitation. That they just put them in here like animals, and that's so sad. True indeed. It's a warehouse. You know what I'm saying? When you look at a prison, it really looks like a warehouse. Um, Deline Tyler, email me at. I'm gonna put it back up. You can email me at boom. Think I got it up. Let me pull it up for you. In regards to your question about housing. Yeah, there you go. I'm tripping. Just email me at cwillers@ignite. That's justice.org. Um, if you like content like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, follow all that good stuff, man. We are live, nothing scripted. I'm trying to keep up with the comments because they're starting to come in, y'all. I'm doing pretty good, man. I just thought I've been thanking everybody for the prayers, the positive vibes. Life doesn't stop. You got to keep going. You know what I'm saying? That just is what it is, man. So I appreciate everything, man. Peace. He said just dropping by to say hello. We got Facebook. We're streaming on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube all at the same time, guys. So shout out to everybody that's locked in right now. Appreciate it, man. Pushing us in the algorithms. I definitely will keep up the good work, man. Got to keep pressing. My man, he's at SBCC. That St. Rose Correctional Center really was a warehouse with how the pods were set up. True indeed. When you go into prisons, guess what? It's a warehouse. They got bunks where you lay on them, you chill there. That's where you at, and that's what it is. That's all that's going on. Your movement is limited, and you're used literally for profit. They're getting paid. You're going to do work in the community or at their factory that's usually attached. You know what I'm saying, to the warehouse, or excuse me, to the prison, etc. And you're making the money while you're getting paid cents, if that. In some states, the prisoners don't get paid nothing, but it's definitely a warehouse. And the reason they don't educate them, like we always talk about, or offer mental health care, anything like that, it serves them it's no good for them. You got to, you know what I'm saying? You want to keep your product coming in, right? You don't want people to be healed, cured. You don't want people thinking the correct way. That's how you keep people coming back to prison. So that's why it's imperative for us and different organizations and advocate, whoever it is just come together that are concerned for people that are incarcerated, so we can cause a change. We can if we come together. And you'll see me start pushing for that as I continue to move on with the conversation with others, man. Peace to y'all, everybody that's jumping in. Again, I'm just hopping up here real quick. We getting back up here at 7 p.m. So everybody that's up here, especially on the YouTube, make sure you are subscribing, liking, commenting, and hit that notification button so you know when we go live at 7 p.m. Facebook fam, we're going live at 7 p.m. Make sure you hit the link if you want to go catch it on YouTube, the live stream. That's what it is. If you're on Facebook, we still appreciate y'all. Scar, brother. Hey, good brother Brian. Peace, man. Gidget said my son is 7 hours away and it's hard to visit. That's part of the prison industrial complex. They want to move the individual away from their family member. Why? Because it's going to cost you money to travel. It's gas money that the state can then tax, and other things, man. It's all, I can assure you, when you look at it, everything's connected. It's not no conspiracy theory, nothing like that. It is what it is. It's really can be seen. True indeed, man. Amen to that, man. We're getting ready. Get back up here, like I said, at 7 p.m. Make sure you spread the word. If you're watching any of this right now, just scroll down to the same page. If Facebook, YouTube, wherever it is, hit that share button. Send it to all your friends. Tonight, 7 p.m., 15 minutes from now, 7 p.m. Eastern. We're going live. Me and Monique Yesenia, our first episode of Mo Life, where tonight we're answering questions about how to bring your loved one home with myself, Monique Yesenia, and attorney Latasha C. Williams, Esquire. And she's also running for judge in PA, man. We bring in heavy hitters, right? Real conversation. You know what I mean? Other than that, before I hop off here, continue to push the conversation, not just here. Don't let it stop here when you turn the screen off or you scroll to another page. Continue the conversation. Get on your phone, Start looking up different help organizations in the state that you're at. Look up different events, community events that you can attend, that you can be a part of, that you can, just become a part of the process. Start meeting people, networking, etc., and get busy. You know what I'm saying? You never know what you can do until you start going. You know what I'm saying? So don't feel like you're on an island. Again, 7 p.m. We're hopping up here. Hit that notification buzzer, all that, that bell, all that. Make sure you know when we're going live. Less than 15 minutes from now, and we look forward to seeing you then. Tonight, again, Mo Life. We going in. Answer your questions. We got the live call in number 2. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let it scroll. Anybody that's still up here, y'all got it first, man. We got the call in with your questions, 425-629-9035. That's for the next episode. If you call me before then, I'm not picking up. Straight up. And don't nobody call with nothing crazy, man. I'm gonna have to listen to y'all before we put y'all on speakerphone. Gidget said, please pray for my son Julius Jr. Indeed. Anybody that's got a loved one that's incarcerated, don't hesitate to put them in the chat. Don't hesitate. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. You know what I mean? Just acknowledge them. Don't let them be forgotten. Ask for prayer. Whatever it is that you feel, man, announce your people. It's a form of advocacy if you just say free whoever. Free Julius Jr. in the text, in the chat. Somebody might see it and be moved by your story because you're having a conversation in the chat and you don't know, man. Hey, I'm going to hop off here so I can go ahead and get ready for this next round. We're going in, live call-in, Q&A. Advocacy, prison advocacy unlocked, 7 p.m. Don't miss us. We're going live. Tell a friend, and jump on in. Become part of the conversation. Peace.